7:38 with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Do yourself a favor. Go to our podcast, type in Brooks and Dunn, and hear the Brooks and Dunn Jeopardy we did with them.
So funny.
So funny. All right, we're going to turn serious here for just a moment. This is now trending, and they actually ask us to make these announcements on the air if they can, just to remind people of this. If you have small children, no matter how good of a parent you are, sometimes they get lost in a public place. There's an example of a woman who said that she lost her child at what would be considered like a big children's museum. It was in Ohio. And the child was gone for just a split second, but she couldn't find her. And she had read somewhere that the law enforcement encouraged you to shout out the description of what the child is wearing versus the child's name. Because if you just shout out the child's name, people may not react to that. They'll just, okay, fine. They're yelling
They don't know
for
who
Billy.
they're looking for.
She said, I immediately started yelling, small girl, blonde hair, pink shirt, Mickey Mouse on the front. Small girl, blonde hair, Mickey Mouse on the front. And she said, the woman starts crying. She goes, within seconds, other moms in the area in a relay form started yelling the same thing. Small girl, blonde hair, pink shirt, Mickey Mouse on the front. And within, she said it was within 30 seconds to a minute. She said within that short amount of time.
Which seemed like forever.
They found the child. Yeah, she goes, it seemed like 10 minutes, but it was only just a short amount of time.
Sure.
But the power of those moms and dads that were in there just repeated the shouting what that child looked like and what they were wearing. They found the child
And as
quickly.
they're shouting it, knowing what they're looking for when you're in a place that has lots of kids.
Has that ever happened to you where you've lost a child?
Not to me, but
and again, this is not bad parenting. It just happens.
Yeah, not to me, but it did happen to my sister, and we were present. We were at Holiday World, and it happened to my sister, and my niece went missing. And I say, for her, the lady you're talking about said it was, a minute? And that can seem like forever, but we could not find her for 15 or 20.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was to the point where I was thinking we weren't going to see her again. And everybody was... Greg was running. My brother-in-laws were running all over the place. We were so frantic, and finally, someone directed us to a information booth. And here she walked up holding another mother's hand and tears going down her face because we were right there with her. And then the next thing you know, she's gone.
Well, again, it's not a sign of bad parenting. That just happens. Like you said, you look away for a split second. But they're reminding people to not just shout out the child's name, but really shout out the description. And as you're right, as the woman's telling the story, it does give you goosebumps to think the power of a mom and dad that you don't even know share in the search for that child. It all turned out great, by the way.